Welcome! My name is Gretchen, and if you found this channel, apparently you're looking for facts on foster care. I don't have all of the answers, but we're going to try to get you some of the answers. My husband and I were foster parents for 6.5 years. We had over 70 children come through our house. If you want a little more information on us and who we are, there's a description. You can read that. There's also an email if you have any questions or need any answers. We'll try to get those for you. You can just shoot us an email. Through this video series, we're going to have other foster parents, educators, and therapists, and hopefully you'll get some answers that you're looking for through some of them. 6.5 years of foster parenting taught us a lot about the children, the social workers, and the system that you have to navigate. There are a lot of things that you don't get told when you sign up to be a foster parent. When we signed up to be foster parents and I had a question and I asked the worker, how do I handle the baggage that these children might bring with them? And she told me these children don't have baggage. Not true. They have a lot of baggage. Some of it you can navigate, some of it you can't, and sometimes they're only with you for a short period and you don't even have a chance. But the questions that we had rarely got answered. The training that we went to didn't even come close to preparing us to be a foster parent, which is why we started this video series. Our hope is to help foster parents, prospective foster parents, get the information that they need to make an informed decision. Through this series also, we're going to try to make sure that we have some of those answers to the questions you need to know that you wanted to ask. One of the things we want to make you aware of is if you're doing it, just thinking, I'm going to let these kids into my home, I'm going to feed them, I'm going to bathe them, I'm going to love them a little bit, I'm going to put them to bed, take them to school, whatever. That's not how it is either. There's a lot of time that has to be invested into these children. They need it and they deserve it. When you come out of this on the other side, your family's not going to be the same. If you're single, you're not going to be the same single person you were when you get finished with this. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. There are a lot of things involved with these children. If you have a marriage and you've had a good, stable marriage for a lot of years, your marriage isn't going to be the same on the other end. It can be better, but it can be worse. If you have children, we're also later in the series going to discuss how being a foster parent, how bringing these children into your home affects your biological children. Your children can learn a lot from these children. The foster children have been through a lot, some things your children didn't even know were possible, and these foster children can show your children that you can face adversity and come out on the other side as a good person. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that these children are going to bring into your home that you may not be ready for your biological children to see just yet. So when you get to the other side, your family's not going to be the same. There's going to be a lot of good that your family's going to go through, and there's going to be a lot of bad that your family's going to go through. So hopefully when you watch this series, you'll get a lot of information that will help you make that decision as to whether or not you want to be a foster parent. My objective here is not to scare you. I don't want to scare anyone off from being a foster parent. It is very rewarding, and there are a lot of children out there who need a good, stable home. But if you're going to get in it for the money, you might as well stop now. The money that you get helping these children, there's not enough money in the world. It all has to come from your heart. All the money does is help you out with a lot of the expenses. You have to run kids back and forth to therapy. There are other things you have to do. So that money helps cover a lot of those expenses. Doing it, thinking you may put a little extra money in the bank, don't. There's not enough money in the world. Of course, during this video series, we can only speak to our experiences that we had over our 6.5 years and with all of the children that came through our house, and what it was like to be a foster parent in the state of Kentucky. I'm sure rules may be similar state to state, but as a Kentucky foster parent, we did have our own set of rules we had to follow. Check with your state to find out what your rules are. These children come with a lot of baggage, but they also have a lot of love to give. And they're also looking a lot of times for a lot of love to receive. They don't know it, they push you away. Some will run to you with open arms, but more often than not, they're gonna push you away. And hopefully through this video series, we will help you figure out how to know what to do when a child starts to push you away, the questions that you can ask their social worker, their teacher, and sometimes even the judge. But in the end, whether you decide to be a foster parent or not, just know there are children out there who do have a lot of love to give and who would love to be a member of your family.